J-Town is a rehabilitation program for adults with mental illness, typically major depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, and similar diagnoses. At the clubhouse, the members and staff do everything together, and that becomes a really unique opportunity to rebuild relationships and rebuild a lot of that self-worth. In many cases, people have been told for a long time, just kind of sit off to the side, you have a mental illness, there's nothing you can do. And we really are always trying to find those talents and abilities and say like, hey, we could use those, we need those. And when we rebuild that self-worth and kind of that sense of community, it quickly turns into, hey, you're coming in here like 5 days a week. Why don't we go find you a job where you can get paid to do everything you're doing here?
So it's really easy to dismiss people. It's really easy to dismiss people because of how they look, whether it's how they're dressed or any number of more obvious ways how they might speak. There's a place for everybody. There is. It's very easy though when somebody might present themselves who's been dismissed their whole lives for any number of reasons, one of which might also be a diagnosis of mental illness. They are going to a place now by seeking employment that they've never been to. This is unfamiliar. It probably causes some anxiety. It is a huge big deal when they are given the opportunity to have an opportunity to work and serve a mission through that job and show up every day. This is a really big deal. It's something a lot of us take for granted.
Just coming here is exciting. Work in the kitchen, work out in the dining room, help out when needed. It's very important for members to come in. If they don't have any other place to go, they can come in and socialize, and there's a lot more to do. They help you get jobs, and we have an education program and stuff like that, so that's why I like it. The kitchen, I really like it because it teaches you how to cook. It teaches you how to measure out things that you probably would never thought about doing. It's interesting. And then the business, I like it because you learn how to build. You learn the computer skills and different things like that.
It helps me keep going so I can get out in the community more. I'm able to talk to more people outside of the clubhouse. I was shut right off. Talking to people. And this place has helped me to grow and expand my abilities outside of the clubhouse too.
One of the things for me that I think really opened my eyes to employment in the clubhouse was I read an article by the daughter of a founding member of the clubhouse movement, but she really described it as what it was like getting her first job, that, you know, it wasn't that she just went and hit the pavement and filled out a bunch of applications. It was her father's friend knew somebody that was looking for a receptionist, and so she connected them, and then she wasn't sure where to get the right clothes to be able to be an appropriate receptionist, so like another one of her friends took her out to do that. But then bringing it back to a lot of people that are coming into a clubhouse have lost a lot of those natural supports, so it then turns into us building those natural, or us becoming those supports to really help people connect to those necessary things, because really all they need is that chance and that opportunity.
The thriving that happens when people find out A, they're not alone, B, that there's a process in place and services and supports to get them through this. So the fact that this is here is a wonderful opportunity for Jackson and the members of J-Town.
We have TEs, which is transitional employment. We have SE, which is supported employment. And then we have IEs, which is independent employment. And with the TEs, our staff goes with us and helps us get the job. And they go with us if we can't make it in. They come in and take over our job. in case we're sick or something.
We build a lot of relationships with employers in the community to kind of help people as they go. And kind of the hope is that eventually someone's going to get to a point where they don't need us to be around all that much, and they're just showing up at, anniversary parties and leading their life. In focusing on that rebuilding community and employment, there's a lot of other stuff that goes into it. So the Clubhouse has really tried to become a holistic program to cover all that, whether it's health and wellness, finding housing, getting your medications, all of that stuff. We do a little bit of everything.
I would love to see more employers take the opportunity to have a J-Town member work with them, because it is sometimes a difficult sell, not because of who we are on this end, more because of maybe lack of knowledge or awareness of what J-Town is. How does this whole transitional and other levels of employment work and look? And yeah, it's just different. It's a model that not everybody's familiar with, but it works just fine. That I can tell you.
I think really my hope for the future is J-Town becomes a little community on its own. And for me, Jackson is such a place of community that to be able to take that little mini community and really expand it out to be able to be just a part of everything, that we're connected to all these aspects of the greater community. And just the same, they're here with us because that's how we end stigma.